that ass spin.
It threw my schedule for a loop. So essentially, this game is kind of like, I almost compare it to like how Baldur's Gate 3 was. This is the kind of game that maybe if you have insane amounts of time to dedicate to just playing this game, and you play the hell out of it, you'll probably enjoy it more. That's not me anymore. Do you understand? Like one point in my life it was. Not anymore. Now I'm a variety guy. I'm doing all kinds of stuff at all times now. I don't have the opportunity to just sit down and play one game for 2-3 weeks straight to hyper focus on it and then play it to the end and enjoy it. I'm going to be taking breaks. I'm going to be swapping games around. And this game, sadly, is just not that kind of game. This game is like you had to play it immediately from start to finish, and it just doesn't work when you break it up. You know? It's not that I'm forgetting how to play it. It's just that I go back and I'm like, I'm still in Chapter 3. I'm still in Chapter 3. To give you some perspective here, my playthrough ends at 24 hours of gameplay. It's 20 parts, but several parts are an hour and a half long. So it's about 24 hours of gameplay. I counted last night, 12 hours of gameplay. Half of my playthrough is Chapter 3. What the fuck? What kind of pacing is that? It's called lack of pacing. It's called the director of the game didn't know how to direct the game, and instead he got lost in Chapter 3 and crammed an insane amount of content into it for no good reason, and it just makes the game so fucking boring, you lose your way and don't care about it anymore. And that's exactly what happened to me. First, you end up seeing the snow area, or you're like, oh, it's really cool. Then you go to the prison, and the prison is a slog. It's boring, it's repetitive, it's confusing, it doesn't explain what you're supposed to be doing. It's a little different from the rest of the game. You finally get through the prison, you get back to the ice area, you're like, okay, this is cool again. But then you realize, what the hell? It just goes on and on and on and on, and it all looks the same, and it's all boring, and it's all confusing. And it's funny, because I see people in the video comments saying stuff like, well, it's meant to be that way. So it's meant to be bad? I mean, they're like justifying, well, it's meant to be that way. I don't know why you're complaining. Because it's boring. I'm not bored when I play a legacy dungeon in a FromSoft game. Ever. Like, never. All right? When I just played another Crab's Treasure, another Souls-like spinoff, I was never bored. Never bored playing it. I had a great time the entire game. Okay? I'm fucking bored to tears as soon as I hit Chapter 3 of WuKong. That's a problem. I mean, it's a major issue. The combat is all right, but it becomes incredibly repetitive. The structure of the game, run around empty areas till you find a mini boss, is incredibly repetitive. The story is non-existent. The story doesn't even make sense. You're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. You can't. You basically have to go study Journey to the West and then try to apply the story of Journey to the West to this game to even interpret what the hell is going on. So, why do you think I maintained a 41 stream streak of support, but then it died yesterday? Because no one cares about Black Myth Wukong anymore. It's fucking boring. There's no way I can make a game like that entertaining and fun. I can't. You're literally keep wandering in circles endlessly. It's so boring. Then I finally get to the boss, the final boss of the stage, and he's incredibly poorly designed. First, you fight a first phase. Okay, that's great. You beat the first phase, you go into a whole new area, and you're fighting a completely different boss. Okay? You beat that boss. Oh, wait, it's not done. Wait, what? No, we just want Chapter 3 to be over. No, it's not done. Welcome to Phase 3, where you got to do all this fucking platforming, climbing past these enemies, and then you got to fight the fucking boss another time, and it's even harder, and now there's a new element you never had to do before, blowing off super armor. No, fuck you. Fuck you. That's boring. I'm tired of this. I want to make progress. When you play a video game, you want to feel like you're making progress. That is the #1 problem with Black Myth Wukong. You don't feel like you're making progress because the game is too open, boring, repetitive, and it's a slog. I don't feel like anything when I play a FromSoft game is a slog. I didn't feel like that with Lies of P. I didn't feel like that with Another Crab's Treasure. So it's sad that this game that's trying to do something a little different is actually quite boring compared to all of its other contemporaries. It really is. It actually is, to me, the most disappointing Souls-like I've played in years. Because it starts off strong with great graphics and such promise, and then it just fizzles the hell out in Chapter 3, and I just don't want to play it anymore. I don't see myself playing it when I could, to give you perspective, yesterday during the podcast, we had over 600 viewers, okay? By the time that I was playing Black Myth Wukong consistently, we got into it, I was down to only 300 viewers. I lost over half my audience because people thought the game was so fucking boring. So what am I supposed to do about that exactly? Right? Nothing I can do. It's the game. So that streak ended yesterday. Yeah, and it's because of the game, and that sucks. It really does. You know, working hard, getting hype, crushing the fucking detractors by hitting those goals every single stream, and then it fucking fizzles out because the game is boring. It's like, well, that fucking sucks ass. You know, I am sadly beholden to the content I'm putting out on a stream. If I'm doing an interesting interview, if I'm doing a fun collab, if I'm doing an appearance, if I'm doing a hype podcast with an interesting topic, that's cool. If I'm playing a game that started good and then fucking falls off a cliff, I can't make the game good again, right? I just can't. So it sucks. That's my final thoughts on the game. Starts off strong, has great promise, amazing graphics, but once you get to Chapter 3, the entire game falls off. It doesn't know what it wants. It's boring as shit. And then the funny part is, as I'm telling everyone my thoughts about this in this chat yesterday, a lot of people say, you know, I didn't want to say nothing because it looked like you were liking the game. We all agree. We got past you. This game is boring and repetitive. It's not fun to watch. It becomes boring to play. And basically someone in chat was like, yeah, I'm in Chapter 4. And Chapter 4 is literally just a bunch of repetitive caves that all look exactly the same, and you just fight spiders a million times. It's basically the snow stage only in a cave, and it's spiders instead of these fucking zombie things. It's exactly the same again. I was like, well, fuck this then. I'm not even going to waste my time on it, you know? That's just sad, because there was so much hype behind it, and to see it fizzle out like that is just sad, you know? But it is what it is. So anyway, I'm done with Black Myth Wukong, and those are my final thoughts. Now, in regards to the streak, yes, it is true. The King's streak of hitting this goal ended yesterday. All right. But then it restarted because last night during the Street Fighter stream, we hit it again. So we're going to restart it and we're going to see if we can maintain. Today I'm playing a game that people have asked me to play for months, and it was donated to me to see me play it today. You would think that would mean that would motivate people to come by today and support the stream. So I'm just going to say it right up front. Please support the stream. Let's hit it. Let's get that streak going again. Because right now, 1 is not a streak. 2 is. So let's do it immediately. Those of you who are here to chill and have fun, and you like the content, and you're upset that the streak ended yesterday, and you want to see it restart, and you want to see me keep crushing it every single stream, let's get it going. Please contribute to the stream. I will give you shout-outs as you contribute. In fact, I'm about to do shout-outs right now because we're going to move on to our next topic, and obviously I want to finish this up first. Everyone, Darkside Phil here. The only detractor channel that I watch is Doody Streams.